Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim Nyasha. I want to talk about how to make a killer CV when you want to get an online job. This can help you even if you just want to get a job in general, which is not an online job. Someone who is in the HR management team once told me that you have to pass the 6-second test if you want to get a job. So this means that the first 6 seconds after an HR person views your CV, they need to be impactful enough for them to keep going through that CV. So today, this video is about helping you out to pass the 6-second test and to try to make you see and understand how it is in the online world now if you want to get a job. So stay tuned and just go through this video with me as I walk you through it. To start off, I want to talk about using a clean layout. This is very important because you don't want your CV to be in double columns, triple columns, and whatever to confuse the person going through it. They need to see the CV and understand what it's all about and how it is from just viewing it. And another thing that is very, very important is when you're saving your document, save it in the PDF format unless you've been asked otherwise in the job description. PDF is good in that it keeps your typed material the way you intended it to be. That's how it will be viewed by the recipient. So if you are to use to send in the Word document, you never know how the document will be looking on the other person's side when they receive it. So always use the PDF format unless the job description specifically asks for otherwise. So I'm going to be looking down because I needed to put down the points so that I don't miss anything, because this is very, very important. I want to talk about the font you'll be using. Use standard fonts. Please don't use those fancy fonts that we use when we are doing something on social media, something you use on TikTok, whatever. Just use a standard font. For example, Arial or Calibri, fonts like that. Those are basic ones, those are standard ones, and those are professional ones. The other ones, they'll be nice, but they're not so professional. And the person will be viewing your CV on the other end might not take it very well if you use those fancy written fonts, whatever. Then I want to talk about the structure of your CV. You need to structure your content in a way that is straightforward. Don't make it so complicated, and don't mix up everything. Try to list as much necessary information as possible, not as much information as you can, because some information is not necessary. Yes, you might be a lover of ice cream. We don't need to know about that you love ice cream. So tell us the things that are important, things that are professional, that will make the other person understand you better. So when it comes to these CVs as well, there's another thing you need to note, that some jobs, they don't require you to send a CV with your picture. Then some jobs, they might want you to send a picture. So unless they ask you to send a CV with your image, just avoid sending the image in the first place, because it might not be necessary. Just make it a basic CV. And then on this advice that I'm giving you right now, please note that things change over time. This video right now, as I'm sharing, some of the information might have changed in a year, in 5 years, or in 10 years time. So always verify with what's happening right now, as in the time that you're watching this video, if you want it to help you, to be sure that the information I'm giving you will be applicable to you in this moment right now as you're talking, not the moment that I did this video, but at the time that I'm doing this video. The picture is not always necessary. Put the picture if you feel like it, yes, but it's not always necessary. So to start off, as the header, you need to put your name, your professional email, you need to put your LinkedIn profile and your portfolio link. Right now, if you want an online job, the LinkedIn profile is necessary. It's a must. So please work on your LinkedIn profile if you don't have one, and try to optimize your LinkedIn profile. make it visible, and always engage on your LinkedIn profile. By engaging, I mean by sharing some fancy post, or just saying something. But please just share information that is necessary, not just gibberish stuff when it comes to that. After putting your name and your professional email, move on to the professional summary. This is where you just put 3 to 4 lines summarizing what you're all about, what you do, and stuff like that. List your top achievements and your unique value as a person and as a professional person as well. And then you need to focus on your core competencies. On your core competencies, you need to list in bullet form, write the hard skills that you have, for example, data analysis or Python and stuff like that. And then list your professional experience. Your professional experience, just list probably the 3 to 4 jobs that you did last. Don't list everything. For example, if you've worked at 10 companies, there's no need to list all 10 companies. Just pick the ones that you think you get a good reference from, and then make sure you always list the last job you worked at, or the one you're currently working on, even if you're looking for a job while working somewhere. And then you move on to the education and certifications. On this one, you need to be truthful and you need to be honest, because most companies, especially if they are really really good companies, they'll verify these things. So this is where you list your education, this is where you list your certifications. Put those that apply to the job that you're applying to. Don't put everything. Let's say you have 10 certificates, you've done building, you've done carpentry, you've done mechanical, whatever, you've done cooking. There's no need to put everything there. If they want someone who's good at social media management, then just put your certificate if you did social media management. Don't put everything all together. Put things that sort of apply to the job that that you're applying for, because when you show that you're a jack of all trades, it might end up proving to them that you're a master of nothing, because you just touch and leave and all that. So be careful when it comes to that one. And then you need to that's when it comes to the CV, the stuff I listed below when I was talking earlier. And then you need to focus on quantifiable impact. This is the action verb plus task plus result formula. For example, if you're applying to a social management for a social management job, a weak way of saying it would be I was responsible for managing social media accounts. That is just a weak way of saying it. You can say it in a more impactful way. For example, the killer way would be I grew the social media by over 45% in 6 months. And I implemented a data driven content strategy and video first approach, stuff like that. Use good language. Use language that applies to what you're applying to really show that you know what you're talking about, to really show and prove to them that you're the right person for the job. So just make sure when you're saying things, say them in an impactful way, a way that will stick by the person that is reading your CV on the other end. And then analyze the posting of the job. When the job, I think I've mentioned it a few times in my previous videos, that you have to use the language that they're using in the job description. If they say we want someone who's good with our customers, you have to say that I'm good with customers. You cannot say I'm good with clients, because the language they're using is they're referring to clients as customers. So say customer. The moment you're using different language with them, it's not telling. It will affect how they receive your CV. So use the correct language, mirror the language that they're using, so that it works, it will be compatible. This is very very important. And then I want to talk about the importance of highlighting the remote tools you've used. If you've used Slack, Trello, Asana, and you're well equipped with things like Microsoft Teams and all that, mention it. Say it out so that they know and they see that you know what you're talking about. And if you don't know what I'm actually talking about when I'm saying all these things, you need to Google them. You need to Google Slack, Zoom, Trello, Asana, and Microsoft Teams, and know what it's all about, so that in future, if you have to apply for a job, you can mention these things and you'll know what you'll be talking about. Okay, so yes, those are some of the things you need to do. It's important to mention the soft skills that you have. With remote work, we are working globally. Yes, we'll be talking, but sometimes it's very important for them to know that you are good at written communication. You have good written communication skills. So mention your skills. Mention them that you're good at that and you understand good verbal and oral communication. This will make them see and understand that it won't be a challenge to communicate, because an online job it relies a lot on communication, because you might not see each other, you might not walk in the office and then see what's going on and just pick it up, but you have to hear from someone that this is what's happening. And sometimes they'll send you a memo, they'll send you whatever, an email. You need to read and understand. So show that you're good at that. So mention those soft skills that you're good at them. And then it's important to include your portfolio in your CV, because sometimes a very good portfolio, it can actually do more for you than the CV itself. So make sure you have a good portfolio and you put all the necessary information in your portfolio. For jobs such as coding, marketing, or even social media management, they require you to have a portfolio. They want to go and see the work you're saying you've done, that you have really done it and you are good at it. So put a link to a live portfolio to show that you're good, and just be fast, be quick about it. So this is what I wanted to share. The video ended up being longer than I expected, but then I think the information that I told you will be very beneficial. When it comes to making your CV, you don't necessarily have to trouble yourself by typing and whatever. Sometimes there are applications that you can use that will help you. For me personally, I use Intelligent CV. It makes a really good CVs. You can draft your cover letter there as well. So just try your best to familiarize yourself with different prompts from different applications that can help you make CVs, and then choose what works best for you. So good luck in your job hunt, and please know that it's not impossible to get an online job. So consistency is the key, and you have to believe in yourself. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.